I just can't get over how beautiful the music is. Hi guys, this is Ella from Ella's Tarot. And we're going to keep that on in the background. It's just so beautiful. So, as you know, the time that we came together before, we're going through the cards, we're going through the deck. And what deck would that be? That's the deck that we've been working with, which is called Fairy Tale. Okay? If this is your first time, please do go back to the first two videos. This is the third one in the series, and this is going through the deck with you. I've had this deck for about 6 months now, and this is the first time that I've really had hands-on with it, and I'm really enjoying it. It's slightly different from my other two decks, which are Gypsy decks. This is the Witch Gypsy, and then this is the Gypsy deck. So, because it is a little similar, I'm really enjoying it, but I'm also enjoying the fact that I'm able to dissect a little bit and to kind of give a little backstory on them and let you know how I'm finding the deck so far. I do plan to incorporate this deck into my regular work. The other two decks, not so much. They're mostly personal for me, for when I need to do a self-reading on myself. Yes, some people do believe, by the way, that you cannot read for yourself, you cannot see for yourself. In most instances, if you are a master tarot reader like I am, you are going to be able to. However, I would suggest, which I've always done in the past, is I gather at least 2 to 3 master tarot readers that are at my level or higher, and I, go ahead and match what I'm seeing, bouncing off the ideas of what they're presenting me through their readings. And I always take the 2 out of the 3 to match mine. If they don't match mine, then, I know that I'm only seeing what I want to see, which does happen. And that's why a lot of readers get confused or prefer not to read for themselves. Okay? And that does happen. They prefer not to read for themselves because it's unclear. However, you're going to be as clear as your guide is going to allow. Your guides or guide is going to allow. And also, excuse me, we're going through a lot of high allergy seasons right now in Texas. And also, you have to understand there are certain things that your guides may not want you to know. Maybe they may not be good for you. Or the things that you're trying to find out, maybe it's not the right time. So there are many reasons why they'll block your sight, is what I'm saying. Nonetheless, without further ado, let's get into this deck, okay? It is a beautiful deck, and the artistry is great. And it has, why it's called Fairy Tale, it's taking a lot of different folklore from all over and putting it together for us. The other two were the house, and it was also the sleeping princess, okay, which was the sun. So today we're going to shuffle, and then as soon as we get through with shuffling, we'll pull one single card out, and that's the card we're going to go over today. All right, guys, so I'll put this to the side so we can start. And I will probably have to put my glasses on here and there, unfortunately, for reading purposes. Yeah, if it's not big enough, it is hard for me to see without my glasses. Hey, Spirit, let's see what card you would like for us to investigate today. Taking the top card. Okay, I'm putting the rest to the side. We don't need them. This is the bear. And as I stated in the other two videos, there is a series of connectivities that this particular author from this deck, which, again, look that up so I can give that to you in case you are interested. It's the Lenormand, and the person that actually did the artwork is Lisa Hunt. But the person that wrote the storyline on each and every particular card, her name is Arwen, Arwen Lynch. Okay? All right, guys. So again, the card that they're giving us for today is the bear. And the bear is associated with 2 young women. And then there's the bear and a spirit inside of the bear. that I can see the face of. And this, camera doesn't do it justice. A lot of people do the highlight and it's beautiful. I know it is. But for me to go into my meditative state and the alpha level, which is when I start connecting to source, to spirit, and they start feeding me, low light is, candlelight is great. Low light, above and beyond a lot of lights in my face or on me or on the video itself, this gives me it allows me, pardon me for stumbling over my words, it literally allows me to go into my meditative state, my alpha level, a lot faster, believe it or not. So that's what I like about it. So let me make sure that nobody and nothing disturbs, because the last time I know I had an alarm clock, and hopefully that's not going to come on anytime soon. But what I do like about this card is it is very beautifully illustrated. And again, pardon me, I wasn't like this before I came on, and all of a sudden I feel a lot of postnasal drip. So, if we're pulling from the Cartomancy deck, which we pretty much stated, it is the playing card deck, okay? That's the Cartomancy deck. Then we're pulling that card out because it's supposedly akin to this particular card. Now, I don't believe in, oh yeah, I think it is in this deck, no, pardon me, in this deck, which is the Witch Gypsy deck. You know what? I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. Y'all think y'all can stop messing with my voice and my speech? You're making me stutter. You're trying to quiet me, and that's not going to happen. So quit. All right, this deck here, I believe the Bear Spirit is in this deck, if I'm not mistaken. Let me take a gander. And I do thank you for joining me here. It is a pleasure to have you guys drop by. I know one of these decks. Yeah, got it. Took me a minute. So this is the Bear Spirit. You're doing it again. Whatever spirit or entity is in here that likes to stutter or stutters or could be illiterate, can you cut it out and let me speak? Stand back a little bit. You're not letting me breathe. You're taking my breath away. Anyway, so this is the Bear Spirit in this deck. As you see, the bear is down there. But this is why I'm telling you guys, as a professional reader, that it's not something that I would take for perfection, or I would take this card to be the same as this. Because it's looking a lot to me like this particular deck is very, very much genuine in its own right, but it's very different from this deck, for example. Look at the error, or look at, not, I won't say error. Look at the contrast. This is a jack. Oh, a king, I'm sorry. It's the King of Clubs, right? King of Clubs. And stop it, you guys. You wouldn't believe how irritating it is to have a spirit around you when you're doing readings or you're trying to speak on camera and they're either illiterate or they have an impediment, a speech impediment. So again, here's the contrast. This is a 10. This is a 10 of clubs, right? This is a 10 of clubs. This is not a 10 of clubs. This is the King of Clubs for the Bear Spirit. And it's the number 50. This is the number 15. So do you see why I can't take one over the other? I can't say, yeah, they match. Which, in general, they should match. If you have one deck that's sort of a gypsy deck, which in this instance it is sort of a gypsy deck, then it should match. But it's not. Now, what am I going to say in reference to that? Am I going to frown on this? No. I'm just giving you an example. Why am I not going to frown on it? Because I already told you guys, my cartomancy, it may not match their cartomancy. You know, it's just that way. For cartomancy, I know that there is a layout just like there is for tarot, but I don't necessarily follow that. Spirit tells me what it means for me, for that particular card, and that's how I use it, or that's what I use. So we're going to go ahead and bypass that for right now. I just wanted to give you a for example and tell you what normally what the bear spirit entails when you get the bear spirit in a reading. Okay? So for those that like to learn or even just, like stories, you like to be able to relate back, right, to the decks themselves, or even if you just like watching tarot like I do, just because I'm fascinated by tarot. I'm just absolutely fascinated by tarot. I mean, I could eat tarot all day. So, the bear spirit or the spirit of the bear entails fantastic, phenomenal luck coming your way. That's pretty much what it means. It also means bravery. It also means a great spirit that is unstoppable, that is mighty and strong. Okay? Vitality, of course, goes without saying, vigor. Okay? But that's pretty much what it means. In its reverse state, it means something totally different. And so that's what I have to say in reference to these two cards for now. Again, this is the cartomancy, the 10 of clubs, and that's what this particular deck is saying that their 15 bear spirit is akin to. And the other one is stating that it's the King of Cups, which it's akin to. Which I could see un poquito, right? Because to me, the King of Cubs, I keep saying that. Maybe it's because of the bears that they're wanting to put that in my mouth. I'm not sure. The King of Clubs, for me, in my cartomancy readings, is akin to the King of Coins. So in that aspect, I would be able to say this one matches more my belief system of how I read. Okay? But never, ever, ever has Spirit ever told me that it's akin to the bear. But that doesn't mean it may or may not be. Okay? Let's take to see what it is that they say about the bear spirit. And let's see if we can make more sense out of it. Again, number 15, the bear. Playing card number 10 of clubs. It's stating that the key words here are protector, strength, maternal instinct, of all things, authority. So, not sure how maternal instinct comes into play yet. However, authority, most definitely. I mean, if you've got to play dead when you see a bear so that they won't, want to attack you, wow, that's some strong authority, right? You're submissive to the max to this animal. And then, of course, protector. Well, if they choose to befriend you and you have that spirit of protection over you, that again is mighty in and of itself. And then, well, the word in itself, strength, could just, in a nutshell, talk to you about the bear and what the bear represents. So we'll find out, I'm sure, why it's telling us maternal instinct is another key word here for the bear. So it says Rose Red and Snow White's mother. I never knew until right now that Snow White had a sister. Allows a bear into their home. She's a strong woman, so has no fear of the bear. The girls play with the bear, who in turn becomes their friend and protector. the two girls encounter an ungrateful dwarf who has stolen the bear's treasures. They see the bear kill the dwarf, but then the bear shapeshifts into a handsome prince because Snow White and Rose kept his secret. He marries Rose. He marries Snow White, and his brother, I didn't know the brother had a bear, marries Rose. It was the mother's initial instinct to trust the bear that led the girls to their new lives. This reminds us that maternal instinct is strong. Due to her allowing the bear in, his friendship to the girls brought them a fierce guardian. Fierce guardian, the bears are fierce, no doubt, and eventually loving husbands. The bear card reminds us of the strength of a mother's heart. Let your own intuition as a parent stand. I'm going to rephrase that. I don't think it's written correctly. Your own intuition as a parent should allow you to stand in good stead in times of trouble. If you are not a parent, look to those who served as guardians in your life. This card can also point towards jealousy and envy if there are ill-favored cards nearby. We've always been talking about flanks, right? We've been talking about flanks. We've been talking about left and right of, like, let's say the bear card. What is on the left? What is on the right? Or even what's above and below. Okay? It says, can also point towards jealousy and envy if there are ill-favored cards nearby. Someone may have the heart of a greedy dwarf, and you should consider that as a cautionary, okay? A cautionary. Or you could consider that they could have the heart of a bear. I think that's so beautiful. I don't have anything, to say negative about that. The way they're looking at it is that the bear spirit is something that's like a auspicious energy, right? Auspicious means all of a sudden you get sudden luck that's in the positive. You have a change of luck for the positive. So a bear is always an auspicious creature to come out in your deck, in your card reading. However, in the reversed, right? Because you can, even if it doesn't have a reversal here, if it comes out reversed, or let's take this one. I'm not going to mess with the other deck, but let's take this one. This deck in here, and this is it denotes quarrels. Let's take the clouds. If the clouds, are a certain way facing the bear, it also denotes problems. Okay, maybe cloudiness. You can't see, things are murky, confusion, etc. So you never know until you lay out the whole deck. It's what they're saying. And in that instance, in its opposite effect, it would no longer be a positive. It would be a negative. Again, only the reader knows what they're going to get out of this particular card reading, because partial, it's your tools that you have within the deck, right? You have, tools. I call them tools. Your cards are your tools. They're an extension of you. But then the other part is literally allowing spirit to flow through you, whether that's the Holy Spirit, whether that's Archangel Gabriel, whatever entity you work with, whether it's a god or a goddess, or just simply, as we call them, guides, or, your guardian angels, whatever it is that you have, or whomever it is that you have that has been working with you and giving you the ability to use your sight and to articulate it. That's what I'm talking about, because they're going to fill in the blanks for you. When you're connected, when you're in tune with them, they will connect you to the fullest. If you're listening, if you're tuned in, right? You're tapped in, then you can hear them. and they will fill in the blanks for you. Please do like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel. I would so love to get to at least 1,000 so that I can start spreading, these videos to others that maybe need to hear these words or maybe are looking for a way to learn this particular deck. Whatever it is they're looking for, I hope they get filled, as I hope you will as well. Again, for some reason, and I've been hearing my counterparts on YouTube as well state that when they're trying to convey these last, couple weeks, it seems like something is trying to close our throat. Partially, it is the allergies outside, but as you can see, I'm inside, so it should not be affecting me with the AC and all that. All I can say is, thy will be done. Thy will be done, and may God bless you. May God protect you. May He keep you. May all demons and negative entities, as above, so below, inner and outer, from the inner universe to the outer universe is multidimensional, outer dimension, the multiverse, wherever this energy is coming from, whether it's being directed as us light workers, because we're trying to spread kindness, love, and care to the world, or because of the fact that they want to shut us down and they don't want us to tell people how to get better and how to feel good about themselves and how to protect themselves and how to live a good and positive and prosperous life, healthy life. All I can say is, as above, so below. May God protect you. May God protect me. May God protect, whomever it is trying to spread the word of the light. I care about you all. I hope you know that. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't. My philosophy has always been to tap in and to reach as many people as possible, to give a good opportunity for people to learn something in the positive and never bring in the negativity, which is demonic and which is not something that we need to be spreading. I think that it does really well on its own, especially through the media and through the music industry right now. It's doing very well. And from what I hear, it's also tapping into a network that's for children mostly and for families. So whatever it is trying to stifle us, whatever it is that's trying to remove our voices and not be heard, our God is stronger and our God is greater, and we will prevail. The light will always prevail. Blessed be everyone until we meet again. Merry meet and merry part. So mote it be.